Microsoft Copilot 365 is introducing Microsoft CoWork. Now, you may have heard of CoWork models with tools like Claude, but Microsoft Copilot 365 CoWork is just about to be released. It's currently in Frontier Preview, and it's an amazing tool that can help organizations become more productive. And I think it's important to understand that it helps organizations become more productive. A lot of times when it comes to AI and a lot of the AI tools you see, we look at individual AI use. So we're often looking at a lot of different tools where we have generative AI, we have chat, we have conversations. We've seen the world of agentic AI take off, where a lot of these tools allow us to create agentic solutions. And the challenge with individual AI within an organizational setting is that we wind up with all of these different agentic islands, and that can cause a lot of chaos, a lot of overlap actually, where we'll have one person in one department creates an agent to do effectively the same thing that someone in another department is doing with an agent. That's great, but there's no oversight or governance to the AI structure of the organization. And now what we're seeing is these CoWork models come in, and what CoWork allows us to do is give the agents or give the AI a set of tasks or objectives, and rather than defining the individual tasks, we set it by an objective, and the agents and go out and find the best way to not just perform those tasks, but to actually execute on those tasks. Now, you'll see when I show you the CoPilot preview here, the Windows 365 CoWork pilot here, that it will execute with human oversight. It'll ask you before it executes, but we'll see that in a moment. The thing about something like the Microsoft Copilot 365 ecosystem is that it is designed out of the box for organizational use. And I'll make some other videos here on the channel where I talk about, there's a lot of people are like, I don't like Copilot, or I'm not using Copilot. First of all, we need to define Copilot in terms of individual and organizational productivity. And I think a lot of times people not using Copilot are actually people who don't understand the product. And maybe that's a little obnoxious on my part, but I do believe that to be the case because Copilot actually includes ChatGPT and Claude. And I'll show you that as well. But the big thing about Copilot is it does allow us to have what we call WorkIQ, which allows us to understand the organization that it lives in. So it automatically knows your role within the organization. It automatically knows people that you work with. It is able to use a graph database in order to understand your connectivity to the data and the resources within the organization and still expose you to models like ChatGPT and Claude. Anyways, that's now a whole Copilot thing. Let's take a look at Microsoft Copilot 365 CoWork, which we can expect to see in general distribution probably in the next month or so. Okay, so if I'm working with Copilot 365 in an organizational setting, I actually have on the back-end administration here the ability to manage this Copilot environment. And this is the big separation between using a Copilot 365 solution versus using a lot of individual AI. I'll go on about that, but the key here is that underneath Copilot, what I'm able to do is I can go into the Copilot environment. I can get an overview of how it's working in my organization, look for any issues. I can do entire videos just on the back-end administration of Copilot 365. Comment down below if you're interested in those types of videos. But before I can use CoWork right now, I need to go in, or my administrator needs to go in, and this is a sandbox environment that I'm using, and I need to go into agents. And this gives me visibility on how agents are running within my organization. CoWork is an agent service within Copilot 365. So if I go into my agents here, so I'll pop into agents, get an overview of my agents. There's lots of different agents available that your administrator has to enable. This is a great place to have sort of corporate visibility on shared agents so that we don't get that chaos that I talked about at the beginning of this video. I'll just go into Explore All Agents. I'm just going to do a search for CoWork. when I do the search for CoWork, you'll see it's currently on a Frontier model, which means that you have to be part of the Frontier program to get it today. Later on, it'll just be a standard agent. And then what I need to do is I need to make it visible. So what I can do is I can go in, I will publish that particular agent to the organization, and I can even go in and select the users that I want to be able to use it, whether it's just going to be an individual or whether it's going to be everybody in the organization. You could even have maybe a group of AI champions, and you could put it out to that specific group. So this has to be done on the back end. And then when you go into your CoPilot environment, if you go into your agents here, you'll notice that you have the Frontier agent in there. And if you don't see that, you might have to search for CoWork, and then you can see the CoWork Frontiers in there. So now let's just take a look at what the whole point of this video is, which is the CoWork agent. So what CoWork allows me to do is go in and set up a objective or a series of objectives for the agent, a set of agents, if you would, and CoWork will go ahead and start doing all that work on your behalf. Well, you go off and do other things. So you can think of it as a assistant, or you can think of it as, well, a coworker. You can think of it as someone that you can say, hey, I don't have time right now to manage my calendar. Could you go ahead, take a look at my calendar for next week, look for opportunities to get optimization in the calendar, look for opportunities to put aside deep thinking time, all of that. And once you've set that, you just go off, and when you come back, it'll say, look, here's what I have found, and here's what I recommend, and you'll still have the agency or the control to do that. And we'll use that as an example. So let's say, for example, I could have it organize my inbox. In my case, I have a fairly blank calendar. So this is a test or a sandbox environment. So I haven't pre-populated, but when I use this with my real calendar, then it's pretty amazing. It can find out if I have duplication of meetings. It can find out if I have meetings that might be lower or higher value based upon the objectives. And again, because it has the WorkIQ, it knows what my role is within this organizational setting. So I'm using an organizational setting for a sandbox environment, but if I was using this in my actual work setting, it would know what I do. It would know what my objectives are. It would know who I work with. And that is a very, very powerful backend because of the WorkIQ and the graph database. So here it goes in. So you can see here, review my calendar, show me a summary of the calendar, right? Total meetings, hours spent in meetings. I won't have too much in here. Where I have focus time, 2+ hours, where I can say, okay, there's this block of time where I don't have meetings. Maybe I'll set that aside as focus time. Days with the most meetings. This is not going to be a very exciting demo because I have a pretty lame calendar for this sandbox. But here we can go in and notice it's saying my manager, right? And management chain. I do not have to specify the individuals. It understands where I fit within the organization, and it will take that into consideration. You can see how many attendees are there, what I'm trying to accomplish this week, and that's going to be based upon documents and emails and chat messages. Everything within that Microsoft ecosystem will be used as data or extraction for the decisions that are being made here. So, and underneath here, I can say, show me a few proposed changes with explanations, meetings that I should accept if I haven't already accepted them, suggestions on ones that I might want to decline or reschedule, where do I have conflicts, right? And as an example for this, when I first ran it, when I was playing around with it, I had one meeting request where I had a choice between 2 different times. And I had selected one of the times, which was added to my calendar, but I had not yet declined the second time. It picked up on that, and it not only picked up on that, but it drafted the email to the organization, organizer of that particular meeting, and it actually gave me the option to just decline the meeting and send it. It was personalized to that organizer as well. So it's pretty impressive. So I'll just fire this off, and you can see now I can go off and do other things. And this could be a fairly complex series of instructions. So it's going to go through, and it's actually doing a lot of the modeling now, and it's working on actually finding things in my calendar. What's also interesting about CoWork is that I can interject at any point. So I could put in here and I could say, make sure I have, 2 hours of video scripting each evening. So in the evenings, I work on my YouTube channel, and I want to make sure that each evening I want to have 2 hours of video scripting, so it'll find time in my calendar for that. I interjected that without disturbing the process that it was going, right? Now, if I also go in here, you can see here, I can choose the model that I want to use for CoWork. By default, it's automatic, but you can see here, it's Claude. So it's Claude Sonnet 4.6 or Claude Opus 4.6, and that means that behind this is the Claude engine. So I could do this in Claude because Claude is sort of the AI that first has a CoWork model in it. It's been around for a couple months now, but I'm using that same logic, the same model, the same tool set, right? And what happens here is that, CoPilot 365 includes Claude. I can actually, I've shown this in other videos. I can go into a chat like I can go into Researcher and it's there. I'll show you. So underneath here, it says this week, right? It's got, what do I want, what do I want to focus on? This was pretty quick, but I've had other ones that have run for, 45 minutes that do much more complex. I'll show you one of those in a moment. So right now I want to, this week I want to focus on my video content and scripting, and I want to do some planning and strategy. And you know what? My emails are out of control. I need to do that as well. And now it's going to take that and it says, what's my evenings? I'll do 7 to 9. That's what it's going to define as being an evening for me. My morning focus, maybe I work better in the morning. So from 8 to 10, I want to do that. And I'll put a block in there, and any commitments in there. I'll say, do I have any commitments? In this case here, I'll say the calendar is accurate. Just so you know, my sandbox environment has pretty much a blank calendar. So I'll just say that it was populated. And again, it's going to ask me questions as it goes along for clarification, but I can go off and do something else. So for example, if I went to do a new chat here, just to show you as well, if I go up here, you can see that I'm on the Frontier model again. So I actually have Sonnet available to me, and I have ChatGPT models available to me right within the CoPilot 365 chat environment. Now, this is GPT, OpenAI's GPT. I think that was about December of 2025 where that popped up. And Sonnet, I don't know if that's in wide distribution yet. Could be because I'm on the Frontier model, but that is, I think, April. No, not April, March. I think that came out in March. Again, everything's moving fast in the world of AI, so you never know. But anyways, go back to my agents here and pop back into my CoWork agent, which is busy doing its thing. And so you can see it's done the work, except it's still waiting for my input to determine whether I accept it. So it has 2 proposed changes. One, evening video blocks. So I can just go in there and saying, here's what I suggest you do. And so underneath here, I can say, make change 1. And it's going to now take those 2-hour blocks every evening. It's actually putting them in my calendar. So it's not suggesting I do this. It'll actually provide me with the analysis of what it thinks I should do or what I think I should ask it to do. It will go ahead and do this. So it's going through, it's asking me, do you want to do this? I will create that. I'll commit to it. I'll create that, commit to it, right? So it's asking me, do you want to commit to these? And I'm not having to type anything in. It's just giving me what I'm doing. I'm committing to them, right? I could do all 7 blocks at once. Now it's going through, telling me what it did. I pop into my calendar and you can see it's put those blocks in for me. Again, I have a very blank calendar because it's a test environment for this particular video. My real life is far busier than that. And now I can say make change 2. And in this case here, I can just go in, tab over, and it'll just do all of them all at once. And I can just go in and I can just always allow create event, right? So it's creating the events for me. It's adding the morning blocks in there. Pop back into my calendar and there's my morning blocks. So this is just organizing my meetings, and it'll look at an actual calendar and make sure these all fit. But the idea behind this is that it's actually actuating. Now let's do a new, go back into my CoWork environment here. I did, for example, a analysis of a company. So I did an analysis, I don't know if I have that in here. No, I didn't. So in this case here, you could do an analysis of a company. It gives you the blocks to do that. And of course, you can create your own as well. So this is just a brief example of some of the power that the CoWork module or agent will allow you to have when you're working with Office or when you're working with CoPilot 365 CoWork. I'll be doing more videos on this, but I just wanted to throw this out there, have you guys see this new, hugely powerful feature that is going to be introduced very shortly, currently in frontier mode. Ask any questions you have down below. I'll be making more videos on this. Thanks for watching this quick video. I wanted to get the news out, and we'll see you in the next video.